Welcome to blog number 8 for the Calm internship. We'll be talking about the prepping of the Connect group leading to the interview of Nesto, and so on of the other tasks that I was assigned to, and we talk about how the discouraging or the motivation of these tasks of the week. So was a really simple week. Not a lot of things were coming up. It was not a lot of work, but we just gotta pushing forward and learned how to be productive. So starting on Tuesday, I was prepping for Connect Group, and we'll be talking about the interview of Nesto. They'll give a brief overview of Nesto. Nesto is a young kid. He is very young, and I think he was like 16 or 17. I'm not sure. They give a quick update with him. So yeah. So on Wednesday, I met up with Professor Wu. Be like, hey, what's the plan for tomorrow? If you're interviewing or I'm interviewing, because there's always question of who's gonna interview Nesto. So yeah. So he said, I'm gonna take over it and wish you the best. So I was like, no problem, bro. And yeah, so during that night, I was prepping to send out emails for the We Are Valorant Connect group members to make sure they attend, because hearing from a kid from another country, it's so motivating, and it gives us so much love to not just representing We Are Valorant, but representing what God is doing into the Philippines. But yeah, so the day of Connect group, I hopped in very early, hopped in like 5 minutes early, and so yeah, and then and the interview started. Ernesto, his English is kind of very well presented, and it was better than some other people's English, and he was talking about how he brought into Mercy House, and he loved working out. He wants to be a person that works out, and in the future he wants to become a person that is a pilot. And the funny thing about him is, like, he never flew, or he never been to a different country, so it gives him a where Valorant is finding someone that is a pilot, and hopefully succeeded his dream. And he was asking me questions, what songs that I hear, what is my favorite food. And someone that is like asking you what's your favorite thing, it's so heartwarming, because in America we live in a rapid culture of just go 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 go, but it's not the time to sit down and just hear other people's voice. And yeah, so during that time I was typing and taking notes of Nesto, of what question he answered very well, and typing the question, because it's really important. Every time any interview comes, we give like an overview of what is heard and what he said. Not a lot of things are happening in this time. And then after that, I created a PDF and sent it to the marketing team with Rachel and John and so on. And this is the time where we create that communication of it. Because if I left it there and they asked for it later, that's hurting my job as a communicator. And yeah, so the last time I talked about was my task. Honestly, this is a good week of my task. I did the full 10 calls, and it really motivated me to push forward. Because last week I was very discouraged. I did 5 phone calls and no one answered. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to call it a day. But it was a new week. And yeah, about 2 people answered, and I get to hear God's word. I get to hear God's voice and saying that, hey, do you need prayer? And I prayed over people. And it felt heartwarming. And thank you so much for Pastor Jesse and Rachel for motivating me up to call phone calls. They always hate it. They always tell me I prefer text, but the best moments are cold phone calls. Cold phone calls will change your lives. And that was it. Thank you so much. I'll see you in vlog number 9. Peace out.